Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. Let me ask you this. Do you sometimes get down on yourself? Maybe you're your own worst critic. You hear that voice telling you that you're not good enough, that you haven't done enough. Does this happen to you? If so, I want to give you a technique that you can use that will not only boost your mood now, but it will boost your mood for a long time coming. And it's a really simple thing that you can do. It is called a kudos file. So what does this mean? A kudos file is just a place where you're putting all the nice stuff about yourself. So you can do this. I think email is a really great place for this because you can label emails. So I would say label kudos in your email. Just create a label called kudos or create a folder called kudos or whatever you want to do, no matter what email service you're using. Just create some place or some label called kudos. Now, every time somebody sends you an email, thanking you profusely, telling you did a good job on something, anything of that nature, anything that's kind of kudos to you, I just want you to label it as kudos. And anytime you have a phone call with someone and they are, telling you about the great things you did, or maybe you had a one-on-one with your boss and they're, giving you some praise, anytime somebody is giving you some verbal praise, go ahead and just email yourself, recounting the conversation and label it as kudos. Now, what you're building is your kudos file. This is a file that anytime you're feeling bad about yourself, down on yourself, not sure about your skills, your capabilities, your accomplishments, you can go into this file and you can read all of the good stuff about you. The reason that this is helpful, the reason that this works is because sometimes we need proof, right? It's not enough to just tell ourselves, shut up, little voice in my head. I am good enough. Sometimes we need to see actual proof. And when you build a kudos file, you have actual proof that you can come back to again and again. Now, there's another little thing here, right? What we hear is what gets measured gets managed, right? Peter Drucker said this. And this is a little something that's happening in the background here as well. If you're starting to think about all the times that you're praised, all the times you get thank yous, all the times you get gratitude, you will start to notice that stuff more often, right? Maybe you don't even need to go to your kudos file as often because you're noticing it in the moment. So there's that added benefit. Now, if you want to take this a step farther, you can do something that I do for myself. Actually, it's called just a success and growth tracker. And so I have, I work for myself. I don't have anyone, giving me performance reviews or anything like that, but it's still really helpful for me to be able to track my own progress, to track my successes, to track the things that aren't going so well. And so for myself, I have a spreadsheet, very simple spreadsheet. I spend about 1 minute a week in it, and it just has 2 tabs. One tab is for successes, and the other tab is for growth areas. And in that 1 minute a week, I really just think, what went really well this week? Note it down in a couple of words. And then what are some of the areas where I think I didn't do as well as I could have, or things didn't go as planned for me this week? And I'll just write some of those things down. What this gives me is the ability to look for trends, right? Instead of just seeing, the recency bias of what happened last week, now I can look and see if, these things that I'm actually feeling bad about, right? The things that I haven't maybe done as well, are they trends that then I can do something about? Or was it just one-offs? I was having a bad week about something. And this can be really helpful to be able to look at reality as well. So what this does for me is it allows me to see what I'm doing well and what I want to continue to double down on. And it also allows me to see if there are trends of things that aren't going as well. Quite often for me, it's like I didn't exercise as much as I wanted to, or maybe I didn't go to bed as early as I wanted to. It's things like that where, if you just do it for 1 week, not a problem. But if you start seeing a pattern, then you will be able to see, this is something I might want to do something about. I might want to make some changes here. Now, the added benefit for both of these things, the kudos file or the success and growth tracker, is that if you do have performance reviews, if you are someone who works for someone else, you have, maybe quarterly or annual performance reviews, you know what a pain they are to write. It's such a pain to write that self-review, because we've forgotten what we've done, right? If you have a success or a growth tracker, if you have a kudos file, now you don't have to pull that stuff out of your brain from scratch. You actually have been keeping track of it, so it becomes much, much easier to write that self-review. So that's just a little added side benefit. So if you're not doing this already, try it. Let me know in the comments if this works for you. And if you have another way that you have been keeping track of your growth, your successes, these types of things, share it down below, because I'm sure my way isn't the only way. If you want more content just like this, make sure to subscribe.
Hey, what's up? It's the video editor here. Just want to quickly say that only 13.9% of the people that watch our videos are actually subscribed. So please hit that button.